NatureRay Trailbird 10x50, NatureRay Trailbird 10x42. This is not a which is the best one, not a versus in between them. This is what is more suitable for you. So I'll go through all the specifications, the attributes, and then you decide which is more suited to you. So first of all, they're both 10 magnification, so they both bring things 10 times closer, so no difference there. Obviously 50mm lens, 42mm lens, and so potentially, which I'll come on to later, better light gathering with these, but the obvious difference is weight. So you got 740 grams, 590 grams, 142mm tall or long versus 162. And so if weight is an issue, holding binoculars, or you've limited space inside the rucksack, for example, then maybe the 42mm option is for you, because the rest of the differences that I'm going to mention are very minimal. To me, 740 grams, that is no problem. You know, I still find that perfectly lightweight, balanced nicely in the hands. I have been testing them both, and I found it easy to use single-handedly. So field of view, you got 5.8 degrees, 5.9 degrees, so very little difference. And out in the real world, you may not notice much of a difference, and that also equates to 101 meters at 1,000 meters versus 103 meters at 1,000. And for those of you who don't know, that means at 1,000 meters away you can see 103 meters wide or 101 meters wide. So very little difference between the two. Eye relief, 14.3mm versus 17.8mm, and in the real world, with these spectacles on, with the eye cups twisted down, I could easily get the full field of view with these, and I could just get the full field of view with the smaller 42mm. Obviously everybody's glasses differ, but that's what I found with these spectacles. Obviously you can remove your glasses, or if you don't wear glasses, you can twist the eye cups up into a couple of positions, midway or fully down or fully up. Close focus, again, very little to choose between the two. So you got 2 meters versus 2.3 meters, and I did test that, and yeah, they are very close together, but the smaller 42 give a slightly closer focus, but 2.3 is excellent for a large 50mm set. Image brightness, on a nice clear bright day you'll hardly notice a difference between the two, to be honest, but these come into their own in low light conditions, with having a larger objective lens and a wider exit pupil, which I'll explain in a second. And so if you are maybe out like dusk and dawn, or a really dull day, or even wide field astronomy, these will be more suitable. And so I mentioned these have the slightly wider exit pupil of 5mm versus 4.2mm. And for those of you who don't know, how do we work that out? These are 10 times 50, and so 10s into 50 equals 5, and you may or may not be able to see that little circular light there in the eyepiece. That is 5mm. 10 times 42, 10 into 42, 4.2mm, and so a slightly narrower exit pupil. And so yeah, for low light observing, then definitely the 10 times 50. Overall clarity and edge of field sharpness, nothing really to choose between the two. I'm not sure why, but I found the background blur, the out of focus area seemed to be slightly smoother with these. I'm not sure why that would be, but that's what I found. But that's just a very minor point. Pincushion distortion. Surprisingly, I thought with these being a slightly longer focal length, they would have less pincushion distortion, but these were perfectly straight lines and just a little bit of pincushion distortion. But in the real world, again, are you going to notice that? Nothing really to choose between them. Regards chromatic aberration or false colour fringing, however you want to describe it. They are not both non-ED glass, and so you will notice some chromatic aberration off centre, but as I've mentioned many times before, that's only really in high contrast situations, you know, such as looking at heavily backlit tree branches with the birds on them. And so that's just a quick rundown of the specifications and attributes of each one, and hopefully from that you should decide which is more suitable for you. Maybe the more compact size of the 42mm, or the better low light capabilities of the 10x50, both of which are available to purchase from the link in the description, obviously while supporting our channel by doing so. So as always, I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.